Good evening, and welcome to the Crypto Overnighter. I'm Nikodemus, and I will be your host as we take a look at the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. And remember, none of this is financial advice. And it's Friday, March 31st, 2023. Australia and New Zealand Banking Group, or ANZ, is one of Australia's 4 largest banks. They have decided to stop allowing customers to deposit or withdraw cash from some of their branches. Instead, the bank wants customers to use the ATMs, but there are fewer and fewer ATMs and deposit machines available. Some people are unhappy with this decision, and Patricia Sparrow is one of them. She's the CEO of the Council on the Aging, and she's worried that it could be especially harder for older people who are not as comfortable with digital technology. Other critics have said that relying more on machines could mean more problems for customers who use fiat currency. Now, some people are also worried that this decision means that the bank wants to get rid of cash altogether and replace it with central bank digital currencies. A bank spokesperson explained that the affected branches are in the cities where there are other ATMs and deposit machines nearby. They also said that the bank made this decision because the number of transactions in the branches has decreased by more than 50% in the last 4 years. This change is happening as Australia is moving towards becoming a cashless society. The Reserve Bank of Australia reported on March 16th the percentage of retail payments made with cash has dropped from 59% in 2007 to just 27% in 2019. The Reserve Bank of Australia said that the results of its 2022 survey will be available later this year. They also noted that the COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated the trend towards a cashless society. Business has also helped with the shift, with many businesses planning to discourage cash payments in the future. The Reserve Bank of Australia mentioned that there are now fewer ATMs and bank branches in Australia, and that's actually one of the complaints that people have about this situation, right? Now, the number of bank branches have dropped by 30% since 2017, while ATM numbers have decreased by 25% since 2016. There are worries about what will happen if central bank digital currencies replace cash. People are concerned that their privacy and freedom might be affected because cash transactions allow for anonymity and the ability to make transactions without leaving a record. Australia is currently testing a pilot program for the central bank digital currencies, and an update is expected around mid-2023. The Reserve Bank of Australia has warned that CDBCs could replace the physical Australian dollar. A spokesperson for another of Australia's big 4 banks, National Australia Bank, said that people shouldn't worry too much about this. They said that their bank still accepts cash at its branches and has no plans to change that. They added that cash will continue to be an important part of Australian society for as long as customers want it to be. Now, here's the thing I would say to the bankers on this one. Look at Nigeria. On February 15th, France 24 reported riots just north of Lagos because of cash shortages. Banks have cut access to physical cash. Now, part of this is due to a 2012 decision made by Nigeria to work towards a cashless society. In 2012, Nigeria's central bank introduced a cashless policy to promote the use of electronic payments and to reduce the amount of physical cash in circulation. The policy aimed to modernize the economy, reduce crime, and enhance financial inclusion. However, the policy faced resistance from traders and merchants who preferred cash transactions. In January of 2012, protests erupted in Lagos and in other cities, with traders refusing to accept electronic payments and threatening to disrupt the economy. The cashless policy was eventually implemented nationwide in 2014. That said, its impact has been limited due to poor infrastructure, lack of trust in electronic payments, and high transaction costs. Even today, their CDBC, the e-Naira, is not well received at all. In fact, Nigerians are putting their value in crypto, not cash, not CDBCs. That's something for Australia to consider. I just want to take a minute to ask that if you're enjoying the show, then please like, follow, subscribe, maybe leave a rating. It really helps the overnighter get attention. And now for our cover story tonight, the one with the clowns. Senator Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts has been using her re-election campaign to promote her anti-crypto views, completely ignoring the fact that most Americans believe that crypto is important for our future. On March 30th, Warren tweeted that she wants to put government on the side of working families. She also shared a political headline that reads, "Elizabeth Warren is building an anti-crypto army," which made me laugh, really, and then so I thought of clowns. Now, many people on Twitter who support crypto criticized Senator Warren's stance. A popular YouTuber named Coin Bureau made fun of her strategy. He questioned if building an anti-crypto army was going to win her any votes. Another crypto advocate named Lord TJ said that Warren's stance could lead to innovation going overseas. Even though the senator may have access to her own polls, recent polls by the crypto industry suggest that her anti-crypto stance will not attract a majority of voters. According to a survey commissioned by Coinbase, 76% of people in the representative sample believe that crypto and blockchain are the future. Grayscale Investments commissioned another survey back in November. That survey found that 59% of Democrats consider crypto to be the future of finance, which is more than the 51% of Republicans who said the same thing. The collapses of BlockFi, FTX, and Terra Luna in 2022 have negatively affected public trust in crypto. And honestly, that could work in Warren's favor. A recent survey conducted by the Morning Consult found that trust in crypto had decreased throughout the year. The phrase, "Elizabeth Warren is building an anti-crypto army," was initially featured in a Politico article on February 14th. The article went on to say that Warren was recruiting conservative Senate Republicans to her anti-crypto cause and was receiving support from bank lobbyists. And the candidate seems to like the phrase, because she has featured it prominently in her re-election campaign. Warren has been a vocal opponent of crypto for a long time. She even wrote an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal after the collapse of FTX. In that op-ed, she argued that crypto would ruin the economy. Senator Warren promised to reintroduce an anti-money laundering bill. And this is a bill that she has pushed before. This bill would extend to DeFi and DAOs, and it would require unhosted wallets, miners, and validators to implement AML policies, which is just absurd and demonstrates an abject lack of understanding of the industry. Now, on the other side of the political spectrum, three conservative groups are criticizing Senator Roger Marshall. Marshall is a Republican from Kansas, and so they're taking him to task for working with Elizabeth Warren and Chris Van Hollen on digital asset legislation. The Club for Growth, Americans for Tax Reform, and FreedomWorks expressed their disappointment in a letter that was shared with the bloc. They questioned why Senator Marshall is in favor of imposing new government regulations on digital asset companies. Senator Marshall is a member of the Senate Ag Committee. Now, the Senate Ag Committee is in charge of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and he worked with Senator Warren on her anti-money laundering legislation specific to digital assets last year. Despite being a vocal Republican critic of digital assets, Senator Marshall has collaborated with Senator Warren in inquiries into Silvergate Bank and Binance during recent months. The conservative groups believe that Senator Marshall's actions will prompt digital asset companies to leave the jurisdiction of the United States. These groups argue that Senator Marshall, along with Senators Warren and Van Hollen, are attempting to prevent alternative investment vehicles by imposing their crypto policies. They also pointed out that the recent collapses of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank are evidence of their policies' harmful impact. They expressed their belief that millions of Americans who hold digital assets should not be penalized due to the influence of the banking lobby. Senator Marshall, along with Senators Warren and Van Hollen, previously criticized Binance for evading regulators and casting doubt on the legitimacy of its business. And as we talked about this week, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission filed a lawsuit against Binance. They are accusing Binance of breaching its compliance protocols and operating unlawfully in the United States. In recent years, conservative groups have been getting more involved in digital assets. The Club for Growth established 2 super PACs focused on crypto during the last election cycle. FreedomWorks held a cryptocurrency conference at their Washington, D.C. headquarters last fall, and Americans for Tax Reform, which leans towards libertarianism, frequently provides their input on crypto-related issues. And honestly, it's not a left versus right thing for me. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand is on my nice list, as is Senator Lummis. Senators Warren and Marshall, for being on the absolute wrong side of this, they're on the naughty list. And as I've said before, if financial technology becomes a left versus right issue, both sides will lose. And now, I want to follow up a bit on the Restrict Act story from last night. Because while TikTok started off with teenagers copying trendy dances, it now includes various types of content, such as crypto. In 2020, Dogecoin was promoted through a viral TikTok pumping challenge. Now, crypto projects use TikTok to grow their communities. Many crypto topics are shared on TikTok, from exchanges like Binance and Coinbase to influencers giving their opinions on tokens and blockchain projects. Currently, the hashtags crypto and cryptocurrency on TikTok have a total view count of 34.7 billion. Roland Girdonen is a social media community manager for different crypto startups. He said that TikTok is forming communities for crypto. He said that TikTok is a strong marketing tool for crypto projects to target a younger, social media literate audience. Crypto projects can create captivating content on TikTok, as well as organizing contests and giveaways that can go viral quickly. He said that if TikTok gets banned in the US, it could negatively impact the efforts of crypto projects trying to reach younger Americans. TikTok's algorithm is known for making content go viral quickly, which has been crucial to the success of many crypto projects. Mac Ocampo is the CEO of Follow. Follow is a Web3 social platform, and Ocampo believes that TikTok is effective at showcasing crypto projects to their intended audiences. Ocampo has experience as a chief marketing officer for crypto projects. So he explained that TikTok is an excellent tool for companies to get the attention of millennials and Gen Z. Despite this, he mentioned that if TikTok gets banned, it wouldn't be the end of Web3 marketing. Although a TikTok ban in the US could have some impact on reaching American audiences, some experts think that it won't be as detrimental to crypto marketing as some people believe. Ocampo said that if TikTok gets banned, there will be opportunities for other companies like Meta to step in, because Meta could revamp Instagram to become a direct competitor. This could give Meta the opportunity to capture TikTok's market share in the US and focus on its metaverse and NFT initiatives. YouTube Shorts is already a competitor to TikTok and serves up some of the same kind of content. Joanna Alhambra manages influencer marketing for Web3 projects. She believes that even if TikTok gets banned, it's not the death of marketing. If TikTok is banned, influencers will shift to other platforms. And she's right. TikTok influencers will start using alternative short video streaming platforms like TikTok Reels and YouTube Shorts. Unless a new Web3 TikTok emerges, influencers are just going to go where the people are. Rohit Mohan is the CEO of NC Global Media, and he favors TikTok as a way to reach larger audiences in crypto marketing. He believes that TikTok's direct competitors are boomer apps that do not offer the same capabilities as TikTok. He stated that if TikTok gets banned, it will be an additional hit for the crypto community, which is already going through a bear market. And speaking of influencers, on Thursday, the lobbying group Aiden expressed concern over a planned ban on social media influencers promoting unlicensed crypto products. They're worried that such a ban could be damaging to France's appeal to global Web3 players. Last week, the Economics Committee proposed a measure aimed at preventing harmful promotions related to risky financial products, medicine, and cosmetics. The National Assembly voted in support of this proposal. According to Aiden, this ban deals another blow to the sector. The industry is already preparing for a stricter registration regime, and they believe the ban will push consumers towards foreign influencers. Aiden lobbies on the behalf of the French crypto industry, and they hope that Senate discussions will lead to a version of the ban that supports the development of Web3 innovation while ensuring user protection. Lawmaker Arthur Delaporte helped create the legislation, and he said the ban on promoting unlicensed crypto products would give proper recognition to legitimate influencers. No company currently holds a license in France, so the ban would apply to all crypto firms. If the measure becomes law, France would follow the UK and Belgium in tightening regulations on the promotion of crypto products. In a similar case, US reality TV star Kim Kardashian settled with the Securities Exchange Commission last year for promoting Ethereum Max without disclosing that she'd been paid to do so. Now, from France, let's hop across the channel to Britain, because on Thursday, the UK Treasury and Home Office announced their plan to crack down on crypto money laundering and corrupt officials through a new economic crime plan. The policy paper stated that they will be implementing strict regulations to protect consumers and promote economic growth. They hope to attract more crypto-related innovation to the UK by providing confidence and clarity to businesses and consumers. As a part of the new economic crime plan, the UK government predicts that criminals will start to use less regulated crypto exchanges and services. This will require more coordinated law enforcement actions between countries. The Financial Conduct Authority is already collaborating with international counterparts to exchange information. The plan aims to achieve various goals such as reducing fraud, money laundering, and sanctions evasion, as well as recovering criminal assets and combating kleptocracy. The Economic Crime Plan also specifies the agencies that will be responsible for enforcing the regulations. This includes the Treasury, Home Office, and the Crown Prosecution Service. And finally, it's possible that a new world order is taking shape. This is because major economies are trying to reduce their dependence on the US dollar. And we've seen signs of this recently. Keep in mind, China just reached an agreement with the Saudis to trade oil for yuan. Now, China's problem is that they're not particularly trusted. Fairly or unfairly, they just don't engender much in the way of trust. And countries might be resistant to the idea of just trading a dollar-dominant global economy for one denominated in the Chinese yuan. Enter the BRICS, because reports suggest that a high-ranking Russian official has stated that the BRICS alliance is collaborating to develop their own currency. The acronym BRICS stands for the world's 5 most influential emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. During the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum event in New Delhi, State Duma Deputy Chairman Alexander Babakov spoke about this issue. According to local reports, Babakov emphasized the significance of both nations collaborating to establish a new payment medium, indicating that digital payments may be the most feasible and encouraging option. In addition, he stated that the new currency would likely benefit China and other BRICS nations rather than the Western world. He proposed that the currency's structure should include new monetary relationships based on a strategy that does not prioritize the US dollar or the euro, but instead develop a new currency that aligns with their common goals. According to reports, Babakov also suggested that the new currency would be backed by gold and other commodities like rare earth elements. Jim O'Neill is the former chief economist of Goldman Sachs. He urged the BRICS group to widen their reach and to contest the dominance of the US dollar. In a paper published in the Global Policy Journal, O'Neill argued that the dollar plays too big a role in global finance. The idea of a BRICS currency is not a new one. Cointelegraph reported back in 2019 that bloc members were considering creating a new digital currency to establish a unified payments system. In a related development this week, China and Brazil agreed to trade using their own currencies, bypassing the US dollar as an intermediary. This agreement will give both nations more control, and it will enable them to reduce their dependence on the world's reserve currency. Reports indicate that the agreement between China and Brazil will allow them to conduct trade and financial transactions directly, all without relying on the US dollar. Instead, the Chinese yuan and the Brazilian real will be exchanged directly. On the other hand, China is also making progress with its central bank digital currency project. Meanwhile, Brazil has recently legalized cryptocurrency as a payment method, which is contributing to the growing adoption of crypto in the country. Also, meanwhile, US financial regulators are tightening their grip on the crypto industry, continuing their campaign against it, just like Senator Warren. And that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank you, my listeners, because when you stop listening, I will stop talking. If you enjoyed tonight's show, then please like, follow, subscribe, maybe leave a rating or a review. And in the meantime, we'll see you tomorrow night.